Chapter 5, Death. Death should be recognized for what and who it is. It should be invited to the dinner table for a chat about our kinfolk on the other side. It should be offered a plate of our grandmother's pineapple ham and ham rice, lamb chops smothered in gravy, stuffed bell peppers, mac and cheese without the sour cream, fried chicken, string beans, black-eyed peas, and chitterlings drowned in hot sauce. It should be asked to deliver a plate to them as well. Dolmen Passage Grave by a Sea. An exploration of death and an examination of life. Buried deep, beneath mounds of meditating earth, bodies wait for sun. Drops of murky water pinch their withered shoulders. Puzzled eyes ask, why? Gentle banks entice rib cages to consider drifting across sea. 4 chambers elope, circulating memories above perfused hearts. Images of death spiraling by as leaves left frozen and detached. Joyful acorns fall, slamming into Mother Earth's fertile ovaries. The sea saw the moon, fully contract in her womb as new life emerged. Buried 3 feet deep. They were buried 3 feet deep, just enough to hide the soles of their feet, but not enough to prevent them from breathing. Patiently, they waited for the day when their mother would unknowingly walk past their graves and sense their presence in the air. Their binkies replaced with pounds of dirt were the plugs keeping their mouths shut. Unable to wail or holler, their spirits called out to her, crying her name, rattling their teethers, waving their white swaddles. They hoped she would recognize them, anything of them, even their smell. She did. She recognized their essence. But would she believe her babies truly survived? Or was this another one of those days where clouds took the faces of her children, sometimes smiling at her and giggling with bright eyes, other times frowning and blaming her for trusting a foreign god? With that memory, she would remember the strength in her DNA. She would become a storm of flames, unafraid to challenge the praying men who twice silenced her. She would remember the ways of her people, adorn herself in their protective spells, and pray for forgiveness in advance. She would combust at the altar with his hands in hers, remembering the ways of his sizzling touch. Her pungent tears, now the acetone trailing away from her babies' graves into the doorsteps of worshipers who prayed that the innocent be unguarded. Fighting fire with fire, her screams of guilt and shame would make her tears catch flame. She could never unsee the burning or the touching. But she was not the first or the last arsonist. She would inspire more babies, more children, and more youth to call out, to scream, and to shout so their people could find them too. She would uncover the graves of many, but the relatives of only a few. She would soak the bones, the ones that rattled her mind, in a cleansing prayer, clothe each one with love, and rebury them beneath her dancing feet. Except for this time, the earth would keep them in peace. Death.